Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to cover Python counter. So let's see what is a counter. A counter is a container which keeps track to how many times the same elements are repeated in a sequence. The counter class is available in collection module and it is a subclass of dictionary. Let's see various operations that can be performed on a counter object, like creating the counter object, updating the elements of a counter, and accessing elements from counter, and deleting elements from a counter object. And finally, we'll see arithmetic operations on a counter objects. Let's start with the counter object creation. So the first question is, how can we create a counter object? A counter object can be created using two different ways. First one is using empty constructor, and the second one is by passing a sequence or dictionary or keyword arguments as an argument to counter constructor. So the examples given here shows different ways to create a counter object. Let's assume we have created a counter object using empty constructor. So empty constructor just create empty counter object. So it doesn't add any elements to counter object. So how can you populate elements to empty counter object? Here comes the update method. The update method of counter class is used to update, populate, or modify the counter values. Not only the empty counter, we can also update non-empty counter values using update method. Let's run and see all these examples in PyCharm IDE. See, the counter class is available in collection module. So in the first line, I have just imported the counter class from collection module. And in the next line, I have just created empty counter using empty constructor. And in the next lines, I have created a counter objects using sequences and dictionary and the keyword arguments. See, let me run this program and show you. So let me print the values. I'm just printing two values. So empty counter is created when we used empty constructor. So the first one, empty counter, is created because we have used empty constructor to create the counter. And in the second one, we have passed a list as an argument. So counter is created with the elements and the counts. Now let's see how to add or update elements of a counter. So I am going to use update method. So I'm going to add elements to empty counter. I'm going to pass a string. String is also known as a sequence in Python. And let me print this value. See, values updated in empty counter. We can also update values of a counter with values of another counter too. See, let me show you how can we achieve it. Let me comment this line. I'm going to pass C1 here. Run this program. So the values of C1 is updated in counter C. So these are the different ways to create and update values of a counter. So next we'll see how can we access elements from a counter. So I have noted down 3 different ways to access elements from a counter. So first one is similar to dictionary. So how do you access elements from a dictionary? By using a key as an index, or by directly applying get method, items method, keys method, and values method, right? In the similar way, we can also fetch elements from a counter by using value as an index or by applying the dictionary methods. Since counter is a subclass of dictionary, we can apply all dictionary methods on counter too, but we cannot apply counter methods on dictionary. Next one is using elements method. So this is a counter class specific method, and this method returns an iterator object for values in the counter, and this method does not return elements with the count 0 or less. And the next one is most common method. Most common method is used to fetch n most common elements. Most common element is nothing but the ones with the highest frequencies. Suppose if we pass 2 as a parameter, 2 most common elements will be returned. And if we don't pass any parameters, by default, all the elements available in the counter will be returned. Let's run and see all these examples in PyCharm IDE. So I have created a simple counter using list container. Now I'm going to fetch the value. Now I'm going to access the elements of counter C1 using first approach. The first approach is using element as index or by applying dictionary methods. So first I'm going to print the count of element 1. For that I'm going to use the 1 as index. Let me run this program. See, count of 3, the count of 1 is returned. Now I'm going to apply dictionary method. So C1 dot get of 2. So 3 is written. So how many times 2 repeated here? 1, 2, 3. So the count of 2 is returned. Now I'm going to use items method. I in C1 dot items int I. So let me run this program. So we got all items and counts. So this is how we can access the counter elements using first approach. Let's see the second approach using elements method. So I'm going to fetch the values of C1 counter using elements method. For that I'm going to use for loop first. So for I in C1 dot elements print I comma colon C1 of I. Let me run this program. So this was printed all the values and its count. So now I'm going to remove the duplicate rows. So for that I'm going to add one if condition here. So let previous equal to previous equal to 0. Then run this program now. Now the output looks good. So we got all elements and their counts. So this is how we can access elements of a counter using elements method. Let's see the third approach. Third approach is using most common method. So I'm going to call the most common method on counter C1 for I common of 2. So it should print 1 and 2 elements. Let me run this program. Okay, I need to see one here. See, we got 1 and 2. Suppose if I pass 3 as a parameter, we'll get 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, we got 1, 2, and 3. Suppose if I don't pass any parameter, by default it prints all the elements available in the counter. Let me run and show you.
See, it has printed all the elements available in the counter. So this is how, these are the three different ways to access elements from the counter. Now we'll see how can we clear the counter and how can we delete a particular element from a counter. A DAL operator is used to delete a particular element from a counter, and a clear method is used to clear the elements from the counter. And the next is a counter arithmetic. So we can perform addition and subtraction on counter. So addition, when you do C1 plus C2, the counts of the corresponding elements will be added. And when you do a subtraction C1 minus C2, the counts of corresponding elements will be subtracted. So let's see all these examples in a PyCharm IDE. First, I'll print C1. Let me run this. So we got all elements available in C1. Now I'm going to delete element 1. Now let me print C1. Print C1. One is deleted from the counter. Now I'm going to clear the counter using clear method. C1 dot clear. Now I'm going to print C1. It should return empty counter. See, empty counter is written because we cleared the C1 counter. All the elements available in the C1 is deleted. Now let's see counter arithmetic. For that, I'm going to create two counters C2 and C3, and I'll apply addition and subtraction on C1, C2 and C3. So let me print C2 plus C3. Going to print C3. Let me run this program. So count of common elements is added when we apply addition operation on C2 and C3. In the same way, count of common elements is subtracted when we apply a subtraction operation on C2 and C3. So this is how we can perform arithmetic operations on counters. So that's all with this video. Hope you liked my video. If you did, please subscribe and support my channel. Thank you.